This is Scott from Tycho, and we're at Full Flex Tour. I really got into music kind of indirectly through computers. Like I never even did anything musically until I was in college, and I was studying computer science, so I started messing around with computers. Is that even gonna be possible? I was always influenced by Ulrich Schnauz and Boards of Canada. That's kind of what made me want to make music. And then slowly it kind of evolved. And when I made Dive, I put together the band for the live show. And the way that the set started sounding and the song started changing, I was like, I want to like capture this on a record. And so that's what Awake was about, was trying to capture that live energy on a record. So I think it was like a slow evolution. Well, I think it informed the roots of my sound. That's what made me, up until the time I heard them, I was making like drum and bass and like very decidedly electronic music. And they were the first people, besides kind of DJ Shadow, he was the earliest one, and like LTJ Buckham, some of that stuff, who showed me like you can bring organic elements into electronic music. And also it just was this different, I was so used to genres, and it was this very like, it was like nothing I'd ever heard, and it really hit me in it kind of sounded like the music I grew up to, like 70s prog rock and stuff, I primarily listen to like rock and like singer-songwriter stuff, so I don't know, I've been listening to I guess my favorite record over the last like 5 years is probably Amok by whatever Tom York's band is called, after it was called Tom York. Oh, Atoms for Peace. Yeah, that was one of my favorite records. I think that was the most influential, like, sonically for me. Just running. I run a lot, play Ultimate Frisbee. But pretty much all I do is work on music. The train has been really interesting. Like, it's just a different way to travel. It's like we traveled around Europe on a train once for a tour, but it was like we were just jammed in like a commuter train. So it's been interesting having like your own place to live and like kind of like a main car. It's been fun. I think that's kind of yet to be decided. I think you know what? Being in this environment, this is very, very different from the shows we normally play. So I think it's just giving me a different perspective on. They have a fan base that's completely separate from our own. So that's a very rare situation for us to be in. So it's just nice to see like people reacting to stuff that I'm not really familiar with, There's a lot of them, but like I always remember my favorite one was we got pulled over and searched by drug dogs in Iowa on our way to Minnesota to play a sold-out show. It was like our biggest show at the time we'd ever played. And so we thought we were going to make it. We finally got out of that. We're driving, and then the tire explodes on our trailer. So we had to get a flatbed truck to come in and pick the trailer up. And we got there like 15 minutes before the show and somehow got all the shit on stage set up. And luckily I had a curtain so no one could see us like scrambling. And literally like right when we were supposed to go on, they opened the curtain and we were like, yeah. I wouldn't say I'm very tuned into fashion. I just pretty much dress comfortably and practically, I guess. Yeah. For me, it's been a war of attrition. I've been doing this for quite a while, so just kind of about sticking to it and grinding through the tough years and just staying true to whatever your original vision was, because if you keep jumping around, if you don't stay true to your initial vision, I don't think you really have much,